Welcome back to Guns and Ink, and today I'm going to do an EDC video. So I finally realized I haven't done one, and kind of thought about it when a conversation came up on Facebook about how a lot of people do EDC dumps either on Facebook or on YouTube, and all their stuff, whether it's knives or guns or flashlights, looks like it's never been used since they bought it. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a real quick video today. I guess I'm going to start off with the normal wallet, which I'm not too big of a fan of this wallet, but it works. I'm going to go ahead with my EDC knife. The one that I use most often is the Cricket, I guess how you say it, I don't know, but the Fossil. I actually had a different knife that I lost, which I liked a lot better. The only thing I don't like about this knife is the handle. I have really big hands, and I mean, if I hold it like this, it's comfortable, but holding it, like this, it's really small, but you get used to it after a while. I actually do need to take this down and get it sharpened. I use this literally every day for everything, and it's been caught a few times, and you can see I got to take this off, fix that, bend that back, but all in all, I really like this knife. Hasn't shown any signs of rust. I mean, a few spots of just surface rust, and then of course pocket lint and dirt and everything else. But it's a really good knife. I thoroughly enjoy this knife. Then also my second EDC blade is my SOG Gambit, as it's called. I've used this before, not on people, but on boxes or whatever. And I've actually used this on a hog before that I shot, and when I went up to it, it wasn't quite dead, so I grabbed this instead of my knife and stuck it and bled it out, and it's pretty, I like this. This is nice and comfortable compared to some of the other ones that I've held and a previous one that I've had. I do wish to get something with a little bit larger blade than this, but it works, so I do like this. The only problem that I've actually had with it, which I finally got it fixed, is, let me take this out, the clip right here to clip it on, the screw inside of it kept getting loose like constantly from, getting in the car, getting out of the car, walking around, whatever. So I actually ended up stripping out the screw, but I put some red Loctite on there, and I put enough of it on. Yeah, I'm never getting this screw back out again unless I heat it up, and of course, because it's polymer, I'll probably melt it because it's not gun grade polymer. Other than that, I really like this. Even though I'm on the market for different karambit style knife, not in a hurry, because like I said, I really do enjoy this knife. Then of course, I'm going to go ahead and move over to the firearm, is my Smith & Wesson, which it's unloaded for all you safety Nazis out there. But my Smith & Wesson SD9VE, I mean, a lot of people talk a lot of shit about this firearm, but it's got roughly 20,000 rounds-ish through it. And the only hiccup I ever had was on a hand load, the primer was wet. So it didn't ignite the powder. It ignited just enough to where the projectile itself got lodged just enough inside of the rifling, but still stuck in the casing to where I couldn't move my slide. It was stuck. That was the only hiccup I ever had. But steel case, everything from Tula, Wolf, to that really crappy Winchester forged, Federal aluminum case, brass case, all kinds of hollow points, hand loads with 7.5 grains of powder in it. I mean, it's handled it all. Never hiccup. I don't have a complaint. The only thing that I'd say my only complaint about this is the rear sights after so long because I actually carry this thing every single day, whether it's open on me, on my property, or concealed when I'm out in public, because Florida, unless you're out hunting, fishing, or camping, you cannot open carry, which, whatever. I don't agree with, but whatever. But the sights move, and I'd have to say about once every 4 months I have to kind of slide them back over. I mean, it is a big deal, but it's not a big deal. but I always check on these daily just to make sure. I am going to try and find some different sights to put on here, even though I don't have an issue with it. The rear sights are polymer. The front is, well, you can't hear it, but it is a steel sight. Other than that, I really do like this gun. It's reliable. It's never failed, but this is what I carry. Because if it has to sit in an evidence locker, I'm only out $300, and I can go buy another one. Now also, because I am a 40 guy, this is my EAA Witness P, which the P is just a thinner framed full size. It's not very heavy at all. I do like CZ style guns. Actually, I really love CZ style guns. I'd have to say striker fired guns, you know, my SD9 and Glock would have to be my favorite striker fired. Then of course, you know, the CZ striker fireds, but Glock is kind of what got me on to striker fireds. But this gun I do like I said, it's a full size, does have the rail. The only thing I don't like about it is it does not have a decocker. It's just safety only, no decocker. So when you decock it, you have to be very careful. But the only good thing about decocking it like that is if you pull the trigger, move the hammer up just a little bit, let go, the trigger will not, or not the trigger, the hammer will not fall all the way down unless you hold the trigger. So that's the only good thing, I guess. Other than that, it's not actually a heavy gun to carry. It's only got, I want to say it's a 12 round mag, which is fine. That's decent, I guess. I actually don't have any spare mags for this thing though. That's the only downfall. I do have to get some. But I did run a few thousand rounds through it before I went, you know, and decided to start purchasing extra mags for it. But I will go between the SD9 and this. This is, I think, I want to say around like a $450 gun, $500 some places. But I did get this for $300 out the door because it sat on the shelf for so long, because not a lot of people know about the company, but I'll get into that later on a review on this gun. I did start one a while ago, never finished it. A lot of stuff came up, but I'm going to do a review on this gun again, but more in-depth. And of course, for the Smith & Wesson, extra mags, plus the one in the gun. And then my EDC carry ammunition for my Smith & Wesson, the 9, is the Federal HST 150 grain. These work extremely well, and they're actually meant for micro guns. But these work extremely well in the micro guns, as well as the compact and full-size guns. They work extremely well. Now, out of a compact gun, I think you're only getting like 45 ACP speed out of it. It's like 800 and something feet per second, like 850, whatever. But it's still good ammunition. It's been proven in many ballistic gel tests. So that's what I carry for the 9. The 40, what I have in it now is the Federal Hydroshock 135 grain. I used to carry 180 grain Hydroshocks, but I have found that the 135 grain Hydroshocks in 40 caliber do penetrate a lot deeper than the heavier grained Hydroshocks. Now, I do still have some other 180 grain loads. Winchester PDX-1 bonded, that's another good load. I got the SXT from Winchester, which was sort of a re-release of a Black Talon, almost. I'm not really sure what direction they were trying to take with those. But I have various other loads, but this is what I have in there for now. Like I said, it's only one mag, but I keep 12 in here, one in the chamber, so a total of 13. Now holsters. Also, I don't carry lights. I don't. I don't know why. I probably should start doing that, but I don't carry a light. I got a light in my room in case I need it in my house. Other than that, I don't carry lights. Holsters. So this was bought for my SD9 VE, which when I first bought it, you could stick the gun in there and turn it upside down, it wouldn't come out. Well, after actually using it and carrying my gun every day, not just when I'm going to hang out with my buddies and you know, I'm going to feel stupid because I don't have my gun on me or something, because they're actually real gun guys. This one, anyway, just falls out. But a lot of people would say, oh, it's a junk holster, yada, yada, yada. I would have to somewhat agree with you, but this holster's been through a lot of use and abuse. It's been out in the woods, training, all kinds of stuff, sweating all over it, but when I put the belt on, the gun won't come out. I actually got stung by 70 plus yellow jackets not too long ago and had this combination on me. And well, when you're getting stung like that, first thing you're going to do is start to run. Well, that's what I did, and I ended up tripping over a tree. Then I had to jump over another tree, landed on my side with the gun, so it came down. And all just running through really thick brush, and it never once moved. So with the belt, it keeps the tension, and you know, it's fine. But I've tried the Kydex with leather backed holsters before. They worked out good. I bought this one off Amazon for $35. I've actually wore the name off of it. It's up here in this corner, but I want to say it was called like Everyday Holsters. I don't know. It was fairly cheap. The polymer, or not the polymer, the Kydex that they use, it's actually pretty damn sturdy. I will give them that. I mean, it's got metal clips instead of plastic, and it's not an upgrade option. They just come with metal clips. I do got a couple spots of rust on here on the clips, but it's just surface. The screws are actually really good. I don't know how well you can see it. The black finishes wore off of both of these, but they're not rusting, so I'm assuming they're stainless steel screws. The leather, I guess you would say it's about your average thickness, but if you can see right here where your trigger would go down, this is actually starting to fall in. Now, it hasn't interfered with getting inside of my trigger, but I am looking at different Kydex holster options right now, full Kydex. Then I'm eventually going to replace this. I'm going to keep it, but I'm going to replace it. Also, this EAA, which this is a pain in the ass to find a holster for. I have yet to actually find one, because they don't make it for these specifically. They make them for CZs, but this one has the rail on it, which makes it even harder to find a freaking holster for it. So if anybody knows of a company that makes a holster that will fit a full-size slim CZ with a rail, please let me know. I would really love to look at it. But my options is pretty much looking at a custom Kydex holster, which so far the cheapest I found for decent quality is going to run me about 90 bucks. But anyway, in the meantime, it will actually fit this holster. I mean, the barrel sticks out a little bit beyond the leather. I had one person tell me it's unsafe because the barrel itself sticks out. Well, just to prove them wrong, this is exactly the gun this is custom molded for, and the barrel sticks out a little bit. So that's no big deal. But basically the only time I carry this is concealed, because I don't have an outside the waistband holster for it. Now here in Florida, it's November, which doesn't mean shit because it's not cold, it's actually hot. But when it does, we finally get that cold snap where I can put my jacket on. I will use my Blackhawk holster. Now I know a lot of people don't like these holsters simply because you have to depress the button. But I like it. It locks in, it holds it. I've trained with these holsters for a very long time. I'm used to them, and I love running them. I have mine set up straight up and down. I don't like to have any kind of cant to it, no angles. I mean, I can, in and out real easy. Once you train with it and you learn trigger discipline, you'll never have that problem of pushing the damn button, coming out and shooting yourself. So I don't have that issue. But anyway, but when I actually have to put a jacket on, this is what I use. Covers it up nice. It's outside of my waist, so it's easier access. I can just fling my jacket back and then draw. Like I said, I don't plan on changing this holster anytime soon, but I do plan on changing this. But that's what I EDC every day for them, pretty much. For the most part, there's really not much that varies with the change. But I mean, I always have a lighter too. I mean, I smoke, so I got a lighter and cigarettes, but I always carry those. That pretty much about sums it up for my EDC. It's not much, but it works for me. And they actually get used, unlike a lot of the pictures on social media where they've had the gun for 6 years, but there's not even the slightest bit of holster wear on it. So anyway, guys, that's it for now. I'm not sure if I'll have anything this weekend, but I will definitely have something next week. So I'll see you guys later.